tackling about the milestone report of our thesis entitled The Biodegradation of Low-Density Polyethylene by Soil Actinomyces Site Isolated from Provincial Landfill in Montalban, Rizal. So, for the executive summary of this report, we will be tackling about the objectives, the progress, the data collected, our updated Gantt chart, budget status, the next step, applications, and our annexes. And for the objective of this study, the first objective is to isolate and identify the actinomycete strain from the landfill soil samples that exhibit the LDPE degradation potential using morphological and molecular methods. So for the second objective, screen the actinomycete isolates for the LDPE degradation potential using the both solid and liquid mineral salt medium cultures and starch casing agar. So for the third objectives, identify the extent of the capability of the actinomycete to biodegrade the LDPE by determining the physiochemical changes in biodegraded LDPE samples through SEM and FTIR analysis. And the last objective of the study determine the phenotypic and molecular characteristic of identified LDPE degraded actinomycete.
For the work completed since last report, first and foremost, we are still conducting an ongoing purification and enrichment of the isolated strains in nutrient broth and starch casein agar. So, those that we suspect to be actinomycetes, we are suspending them in nutrient broth and then replating them in starch casein agar for purification purposes. Next, we also conducted the gram stains on specific isolates to confirm their actinomycete identity. So those that exhibited filamentous morphology and gram stain positive identity were confirmed to be actinomycete isolates. Lastly, we were also um, successful in the isolation of possible actinomycete strains in starch casein agar. Next slide. For our site visit, we visited the site last August 30, 2025. The site was conducted at Rizal Provincial Center Landfill in Montalban, Rizal, to collect soil samples that will be sent to the lab for the study. So, the landfill was chosen because it is rich in plastic waste, specifically LDPE plastics, which would be good for the cultivation of possible LDPE biodegrading bacteria. So, we chose it so we could possibly isolate some microbes that would be used for the biodegradation of LDPE plastics. So, within the sampling site, three sampling areas were selected, each being almost 100 meters away from each other. So, for the first sampling site, we were able to collect two soil samples. But in the preceding sampling sites, which are the sampling sites 2 and 3, we were able to collect 3 bags. So, prior to the collection of soil, we sterilized all of our equipment with 70% ethanol by coating them with 70% ethanol and then barely igniting them. This would ensure that all of the bacteria present within the equipment are neutralized before they are used for the collection. After collecting the soil samples, we sterilized all of the equipment by igniting them with 70% ethanol and then rinsing them with sterile water. Next slide, please.
For the phase A will be our first laboratory work after we collected our sample from Rizal landfill. First, we prepare our soil by performing a serial dilution. So each sample site and that's 3 sampling points to be exact, and each dilution was prepared using sterile distilled water. So after that, we spread plate on SCA Here, the diluted samples we use a micropipettor to collect the diluted samples and then spread onto the SCA plates. So in between the spreading, we perform a aseptic technique to ensure that there is no any contamination. So after that, the plates are now labeled properly according to their dilution and incubate date. So the incubation will be ranging from 7 to 14 days. So next slide, please.
So for the phase B of our experiment, after the 2 weeks of incubation, we check the isolates to observe and record their growth on the SCA plates. Each place was carefully examined to ensure that the colonies were growing properly and to note any changes in their appearance. So for the enrichment of the soil samples, we used the MSM broth. 10 grams of soil from each sampling site were added into separate flasks containing the broth along with LDPE sheets, allowing the actinomycete to depend on the LDPE as their primary carbon source. The mixture were then placed in shaking water bath and maintained under the constant agitation for 15 days to promote the growth of the microorganism, particularly the actinomycete present in the samples. Also, during the phase B, the suspected isolates from the SCA plates were transferred to the nutrient broth to promote further growth and maintain pure cultures. The cultures were then incubated for 7 days to allow microbial development. So next is the phase C. So the phase C, after the 7 days of the incubation, the isolates grown in the nutrient broth were streaked onto the new SCA plates to obtain pure colonies for further analysis. So the plates were then incubated for 2 weeks to allow sufficient colony development. In addition, the MSM broth containing the LDPE sheets was placed after the 15 days of the incubation on MSM agar plates, each containing the 9 pieces of LDPE sheets. This step aimed to isolate and observe microorganisms capable of utilizing LDPE as their sole carbon source.
For Phase D, which was conducted last October 9, 2025, gram staining was performed to the purified colonies so that their identity and expected gram-positive nature and filamentous morphology as actinomycetes were uh, visualized. So the confirmed colonies were then subjected to re-inoculation on the nutrient broth, which is essential to propagate the specific purified strains, which will be further used in the following steps. Next.
Sorry, Mike, please.
Yeah, your mic is off.
Hello? Rinig na? For the updated Gantt chart, we utilize a legend that marked green as completed, yellow as ongoing, and red as pending. So for the completed tasks, these include the proposal writing and defense that occurred last semester, our ocular visit and field selection and field work, which occurred last month during our site visit last August 30th, and then some aspects of our wet lab and experimentation. Our ongoing tasks include our wet lab and experimentation, which could possibly extend up until March. Lastly, our still ongoing or not started pending tasks include our writing of the final manuscript, data analysis of the data that we got from our experimentation and wet lab, and our proposal and final defense. Next slide, please.
So now this is our updated of our budget status. So as of now, our initial total will be 20,771 peso, and our maximum budget will be around 45,000. Hence, we have a remaining balance of 24,229 peso. Here on the right side, this is the breakdown of our budget line. This is only a tentative. This may change due to circumstances that there are other materials that we need to add to have successful outcome of our thesis. Next slide.
For the next steps of this research will involve using the confirmed and purified actinomycete culture to conduct the definitive biodegradation assays, which are aimed at assessing its capability to degrade. However, since the initial enrichment using the mineral salt medium with LDPE strips was ineffective, the methodology for the first phase of the assay will be modified based on the study of Lamela et al. 2023. The process will now begin with a qualitative halo screening where isolates will be cultured on MSM agar supplemented with liquid polyethylene glycol 400 instead of the powdered LDPE. Next.
For our reflection throughout the period that our research, communication, and cooperation played a vital role in facilitating the success of every phase. Our group prioritized continuous coordination throughout the soil sampling, laboratory work, and documentation of data. Every member participated actively in terms of idea contribution during planning and discussion, enabling us to handle challenges as a team, such as scheduling our site visit and ironing out experimental discrepancies. Effective communication both in person and through digital platforms strengthen our teamwork and help us contribute task efficiently. The trust and cooperation within our group fostered a productive and supportive research environment, allowing us to meet deadlines and maintain quality of our work despite unforeseen obstacles. So next slide, please.
For the annexes, this section provides the supplementary documentation for the study. So these include the meeting notes, which contain the detailed and hand-drawn flow charts and procedural information from the planning sessions that guide the experiment's execution. Also included beside the meeting notes are the permits, which are the formal documents like the authorization letters necessary for collecting the samples or conducting our laboratory activities. This ensures that our group adheres to the administrative and institutional requirements that were posted. Next.
And that's it for our thesis milestone, and thank you for listening.
Okay na.